in association with KJ Somaya School of Engineering. Oh, what a wonderful participation and presence here. I think it's a super combination of Gen Y, Gen X, Gen Z, and we will not be surprised if we can see a few alphas also here. A very warm welcome to all of you for this magnificent program where we have to be ready, we have to be prepared, to be entertained, to be informed, and to be thrilled with the magnificent presentations and showcase of the talent and brilliance of KJ Somaya School of Engineering students. So to start this activity and exciting event, we will start with the name of God. Saraswati Deti Vardhan, Vidya और कला की खान, हाथों में लेके वीणा, बैठी हंस पर बाटे ज्ञान. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful, we begin here. So to kick-start this program, I would like to invite our esteemed guests on stage. So please put your hand together to welcome on stage our esteemed guest for this evening, MD and CEO NPCI, Shri Dilip Asbe. Please give him a very big round of applause and welcome him on the stage. Along with, please join me and put your hands together to welcome Executive Director, Union Bank, Shri Nitesh Ranjanji, to please come on the stage. Thank you, sir. So I would first request ED sir to please formally welcome our chief guest, special guest of the day, Dilip sir, with the symbol of growth and warmth. So to begin this wonderful program, I would request Dilip Asbe sir to please give his keynote address and to formally start this program. Sir, please.
So I'm not a great expert in giving keynote addresses, so take it with a little bit of pinch of salt. Two reasons I'm here. One is obviously Union Bank called, so their wish is a command to me. And second is I'm also an engineering graduate of Bombay University. I did my engineering from Father Agnells, right? So, so when the event was in KJ Somaya, I thought being part of the Mumbai University and the engineering course, I thought I should come here so that gets a kind of a giving back to the system what I have been a beneficiary of. The hackathons, innovations, and please don't go by the who gets a prize. Of course, it's important that the recognition and respect is important to everybody. But I think even sheer participating, right? It's a big thing, right? Because that demonstrates the attitude and in this ever-changing technology, right? I think the attitude is what will differentiate an engineer, one versus the other, right? In my assessment, all of you are aware, especially I don't have to tell you, all of you are bright guys. What's happening since last few months, or rather last 2 years, 2022, obviously everybody was predicting that this whole dominance of engineering, both in the software terms, in the hardware terms. If you go back and read, and I'm sure some of you would have read this Tom Friedman's book, Thank You for Being Late, right? So the thank you for being late is nothing but Niteshji cursing you and me to taking birth a little bit ahead of time, right? And all of you are, that book is actually telling all of you that, you know, you're born at the right time. And it has a positive side, negative side. It talks about the hardware engineering progressing, which means the very simplistically put up sensors. And the second is the software, which is nothing but a AI, right? So the sensors generate huge data, and AI is using that data, creating the experience and intelligence. This is all going on in a fairly steady state manner till the time this whole OpenAI building a GPT, right? I'm sure all of you would have read the 2016 paper. How many of you read 2016 paper of Google, which is actually origin of this whole transformer model? Any read? So paper was written by Google, right? Used by OpenAI, right? And overnight, you know what happened with the OpenAI business model, the stock prices and everything. And after 2 years, somebody in China building up the model, right? In exactly 1/10 of the cost, right? So this whole space is getting crazy, right? And all of you are engineers. Now you are not competing with human, right? All of you guys, and even for us, right? Even at whatever level we have reached, you know, not that we are very proud of our technology literacy, but I'm saying that now individually also, all of us are competing with human plus AI, right? And if you go back to the AI has brought in the huge democratization, right? So today, you know, the developer, based on his intelligence quality, he was rated, right? He was paid, he was valued by the organization, right? Now, if the AI coming back and increasing the productivity to 10x, you know, and 10x, it's not about 10%, 20%, 30%, but the 10x, right? So you can imagine how the change in terms of the skill set, what companies are going to value you, the change in terms of what is the outcome you can produce, the change in terms of, you know, the time taken to produce that outcome, right? I think all the three aspects, you know, we have learned that, you know, if there are three sides of the triangle, right? The time, quality and cost, right? Time, quality and cost. If you imagine a triangle, we have learned from our generation that you can only fix two. The third is the outcome of what we fix. So for example, if you fix a cost, if you fix a quality, the time is resultant. So if you put high cost, high quality, automatically the triangle time taken would be higher. But now with this whole AI, the definition changes now completely. So I think all of us are looking at a completely new world, and the definition of skills are going to change. The definition of jobs are going to change. Sorry, I'm not trying to scare you, but I think there is a huge upside which we are looking at, and you know, and as it goes, right, India produces huge engineering talent, and some will figure out and some may just keep watching, right? But the point which I'm trying to make it's made very simple now, right? It's made very simple to excel, right? With the support of AI, there are variety of tools, you know, even if you go back to the internet, if you go back to, you know, whether it's, and many of them has a open source version as well, right? Which is quite effective, if not the best, right? When you look at the perplexity or variety of, you know, cursor, variety of things, and in my assessment, what you need is just a laptop now and a internet connection, so that, you know, you can build your own kind of these tools that can help you to move things fast, whether it's a document generation, whether it's a PPT generation, whether it's a strategy, whether it's learning a new concept, because now earlier the initial GPT version was only giving the answer, right? Now with the DeepSeek model, most of the model on the internets now have moved to the reasoning. So you also know the reason why they're giving this answer, right? So there is no way that you need to find an expert. The expert is with you now. The only thing what you need to learn is how do you ask a question, right? 2 years back, the prompt engineering was the thing, right? How do you now even the models are helping you to change your prompts. So you can ask a model that what is the question I should ask so that I get this answer, right? So I'm saying you look at how things are changing, but again I strongly believe it's an exciting time for engineers like all of us. When you look at I'm sure after engineering you would look at jobs and other things. I would strongly recommend do not look at money aspect, but look at the impact and learning in your jobs, because that is what will create a long-term benefit. Be very, very well versed with AI. Daily basis, if you are not interfacing or using AI, it's going to be a big problem. So I'm saying adapt yourself to use the AI tools and those kind of things. I think it's going to be super exciting. Today, I'm seeing the learning curve. And I think this finally what I feel, in a nutshell, what is this whole AI story is doing, it is reducing the expertise gap and it is reducing the experience gap at almost zero time, right? So it is reducing your experience gap. So somebody's experience 10 years, somebody versus experience is 1 year. It's reducing that experience gap. Somebody has built the expertise over the years, and somebody is acquiring or on the journey of acquiring that expertise. So both the gaps it is reducing with almost zero time. So it's a crazy thing in that sense, right? So and it all depends on your attitude, confidence. So that's all from my side. I think I'm very happy to be here. KJ Somaya is a great institute, and it's very inspiring to be in front of all of you. And as while I'm telling you that the way AI is trying to revolutionize, as I speak, I'm also kind of installing on my laptops a variety of tools that would I start practicing generating on my in my daily life. So I think it's going to be exciting time. The many sectors will get benefited: medical, pharma, agriculture, financial services, big time. So whichever field you choose, right, you would find AI to the next level in next 3 to 5 years time. So once again, I would like to thank Union Bank to invite me here, and it's exciting time. So let's embrace to welcome the huge change which is happening back in the technology space. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights and thoughts. We are truly enriched with this. And now I will request our esteemed guests to please be comfortable at your respective seats to enjoy ahead. So there is a very energetic session.
So I'll just take 30 seconds. We are very lucky to have Mr. Dilip Asbe here. And he is part of everybody's life. You know how? Everybody does UPI, and he's the man behind UPI. That's how he is steering. And when he entered, he was just having chat, and he said that you have done a very good program, and so many students are participating in this. And he said, from NPCI, my offer is open. If there is any good idea, I'm ready to recruit. So this is how this program is going to culminate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So next ahead is a very energetic session. But before that, I would love to share something about this hackathon So all it started the journey in the month of January, month of tireless efforts of the students of KJ Somaiya School and all other schools. More than 250 teams participated. Thereafter, rounds of evaluation. Even yesterday night, whole night, students have worked tirelessly and worked on the suggestions given by the evaluators and come out with the flying colors. And today also, they are all waiting for the final results and the outcome of their इतना जो मेहनत किया उन्होंने एक महीने तक उसके रिजल्ट के लिए they are waiting for all. So next in this round, we would like to invite for a fireside chat. That is a panel discussion. And it is based on the fintech and startups, navigating challenges, seizing opportunities. We are going to witness an engaging panel discussion on this topic, featuring some of the brightest minds who will share their valuable insights and perspectives. So in a few while, we are going to start this. And in the meanwhile, may we give a big round of applause for all the students who have worked very hard throughout this month. So just to encourage them. And they will have to wait for a little while for the final results. And they can enrich themselves also with these type of segments also. Like Dilip sir has delivered. And now this panel discussion, we are going to have full of insights, full of thoughts, new perspectives. So I would like to invite on stage So we will start welcoming our panelists along with the moderator. So please give a big round of applause for the fireside chat panel executives. The moderator, Shri Anurag Chadha, partner McKinsey and Company Private Limited. Shri Timanna Gowda, founder and CEO, Watts Loan Fintech Private Limited. Shri Shashank Sharma, Director, Scorme Solutions Private Limited. Ms. Reema Shah, founder and partner, La Esfera. Ms. Geeta Gurnani, Chief Technology Officer, IBM Technologies. Shri Naveen Agarwal, founder, InTrade Systems. And Dr. Irfan Siddhavadam, Director, Somaiya School of Designs. We welcome all of you to this board, and now the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you for a very, very warm and a kind introduction. I'll not take too much of time. I'm sitting in the middle of, I think, a lot of illustrious people who deserve no introduction, I think, in their journey. And also, right now, I think we had a great speech by Mr. Rasbe. I think he's the original incubator and innovator of this country as well, right, who's kind of built innovation at scale. The topic for today's discussion is a lot on fintechs, right, and how they're kind of shaping up the country, but also helping the banks really evolve into a new era. We had done a survey last year or so. I think there's some interesting statistics which kind of came out, right? And before we even go into the questions, would like to actually just put that in context. Unlike what we believe, I think the number of unicorns in India and how they are going well, I think you won't imagine the number of fintechs which collaborate with a bank has actually increased 30% in the last 1 to 2 years. On an average, a bank right now has more than 35 to 40 odd fintechs collaborating with them, not just competing, which is a very different era than what it was in 2016 or 18, where fintech was just a great word. Now I think it is clearly kind of coming in a way where they are helping the banks to kind of go to the next business model. With that context in mind, at least what I want to open up and talk about, and we have already spoken about Gen AI and LLMs and how humans will compete with the machine. But what are the biggest trends that we are actually seeing in the startup and more specifically the fintech industry, maybe India and globally? And maybe Dr. Irfan, maybe we can start with you and then come over. I think it'll be helpful. Apart from obviously the machines taking over the human work.
Hello, I'm audible. Yeah. Thank you, Anurag. Yeah, it's pleasure with the panel to be here. And just running through the question. Yeah, in terms of fintech and what are the growing opportunities and technology, as we have been discussing about AI and everything. But what we see across is the landscape of development. The landscape of development, which was like we started with monolithic, moving around, and then from SaaS, probably we are moving towards agentic AI, which is coming into picture. Now, a lot of startups and everything. Now, when moving towards, normally everybody was looking for a agent-less SaaS-based platforms. Now, the concept has more, or the trend which you are looking out is, are these solutions built around agentic AI? And there is a lot of output from which, as it was well discussed previously in the keynote itself. So that is what is the trend across, because we need to have faster solutions and wide knowledge churning. And probably this is what is a new trend which has been looked around by startups, moving from or generic SaaS-based to agent-based solutions. That's one part. Again, the next thing what we look across is how can we improve, there is a direct relationship between AI with computing power. See, when AI is coming across, NVIDIA is also going across because of the computation power, whatever. So the bigger shift which we see across is, again, quantum computing coming into picture and helping to boost our computing process. That's the second thing which we are looking, though there's nothing much talked about. People are using those services in quantum, but yeah, startups are somewhere around, and probably that's the future. They can think around how the computing movement can taking ahead. So these are some starting elements and lot of trends happening. Again, whenever we look across startups, the niche areas of understanding, another important thing what I look as a trend is outreach in terms of linguistic models. That is one of the people trying to solve the problems in those domains. So these are some interesting trends which are coming up. Lots of students asking about them to skill in these areas. That's what is coming up across. That's
I'm already feeling like a dinosaur right now. So agentic, quantum computing, and India-based LLMs, three big trends. But I mean, if I may bring in from an operator standpoint, I mean, are you seeing the same trends, or I mean, this is too far-fetched into the future and the students should not worry about it right now?
I don't think it's too far-fetched in the future, and the students shouldn't worry about it right now. The way we see actually, and we are actually into a different space, but the way we see the way technology is growing. I mean, I worked in banks and spent whole of my life doing banking. The first thing that a lot of us, especially the students, must understand is we're not here to change banking. We are here to enable easy banking. Technology is going to enable banking being done easily with regulations. Okay, so I mean, banking has remained what it is for 300 years, and perhaps it's not going to change. I mean, you take money from somebody and you give money to someone else, right? You got to do the process more efficiently. Can we reduce the cost of doing the process? And can we enable average guy who's not been banked to be banked? I think that's the biggest thing. So neobanks using technology for purposes which were like really cumbersome, difficult, And mind you, banks have a lot of data, so it's easier as well to implement things like large language models or AI. Yeah, I think it's going to be more technology.
No, thank you. So tech-enabled banking, but the banking will still continue in some form.
Absolutely.
In that regard, I think one of the key questions which everybody's, I'm sure, really elaborate, thinking on is, what is the biggest opportunity area which is emerging in the fintech space, right? And in that respect, what are the challenges also to overcome that? And maybe, I think, Geeta, if I can bring you in from what you have seen, right? Particularly as you collaborate with the banks, but also the fintechs, and provide some services, would love to get your perspective on that.
Sure. Thank you for this opportunity. And I was telling I'm feeling a bit out of place because they're all startup founders. And I'm like a 113-year-old startup IBM. So I'm representing that startup. But I think the biggest opportunity I see from a fintech standpoint is the productivity gain in everything what we do, right? So every single process which we execute in the bank, I think with generative AI coming in, there is a leapfrog in terms of how we can improve the productivity, right? And also not at a very massive cost, because the cost element with the open source coming into the picture, it's been like a lot of arrest has been done on the cost part of it. So I think the biggest opportunity to the fintechs is that they should literally look into the every single process which happens in the bank and see that how can you continue to improve the efficiency. I think I was meeting few fintechs and few bank executives also. They said, we thought we literally had a nirvana in digitization. But when we saw Gen AI, we thought that this intelligent document automation is much better can be done and much maturity can be brought in from a Gen AI perspective. So I would say the biggest opportunity is leverage Gen AI. Quantum, I think, still in the utility era. It will take some more time to mature. So that stays as an opportunity. I think the biggest challenge I see, and this is not a pure India context, it's a global context, is that are we using AI responsibly? I think the responsible AI as a user, as someone who's building the code, to someone who's consuming that code, someone who is leveraging that in the business process, I think we have to stay focused on that. We all are responsible and using AI in an ethical way. I think that currently I see is not a deep discussion. I think people are saying, okay, let me first build 4 use cases, then I will see what happens to the governance or the guardrail from an AI perspective. But I would see the biggest challenge which fintechs needs to start addressing, if they're to scale, then scale can only come with a trust and confidence. And I think that trust and confidence will come if you start to leverage AI very, very responsibly.
Interesting. And if I can bring you in, Mr. Gowda, I think on the same question, right? What are you seeing in terms of specifically in the fintech area, the biggest opportunity and the biggest challenge?
Yeah, I think we started a few years back, about 10 years back, that was a tech fin. 80% technology and 20% domain. Yeah, 80% technology, 20% domain. Now in the last, in 2025, we moved into fintech properly. Where there is a domain, 80% domain and 20% technology. Technology is a commodity, it's a tool today, right? We need to, everybody who's coming into fintech need to think that the other side is the regulator, in between are the banks. And they're holding the money of the public in trust, and they're also very keen to service the consumer on the other side. Yeah. So we have to keep the consumer. We've been working with Union Bank of India in Bharat Banking or agri-finance and rural finance, right? We have to look at the farmer. How is he coming to the bank? What is he doing? How does he have a smartphone? And in what language does he converse with you? What can he touch on his smartphone if he has a smartphone? What are the minimum things he has to do to get a loan? Imagine a Kisan credit card as an example, which was picked up by Union Bank of India. These ideas, we can bring ideas, but the vision has to come from the management of the bank. That was the vision of the bank, and we gave an idea. It's a practical idea how we can do it. It was a physical, which was running about 3 years before, and they said, we don't want physical, we want digital. What it means is, can you give the loan to the farmer in 3 to 5 minutes, in 3 touches, in 6 steps, into the bank account? That was achieved in the quickest possible time. It was picked up by RBI Innovation Hub as the best innovation, and they adopted it as the DPI. Today it's called ULI. unified lending interface. The origin comes from Union Bank of India and for a fintech. I'm sitting as a beneficiary as well as working with them. Why I'm saying is, if you don't give the practical example, it becomes just LLM, GenAI. These are all, I call them as they keep coming. But when I work with them, the functionality kills everything. The amount of the experience they have working with the rural customers, agree, everywhere, they bring it to the table, and you have to work with them, listen to them. They will not allow you to break the regulation, whether it's a data privacy and protection or any of the credit models that they will evolve. They'll change the credit models, but you have to bring the convenience to change the credit models. Till then, they'll hold the credit models. Work with them. It is enabling, digital enablement of the existing banking. Particularly, credit is very hard. Payment is easy. Everything else is been easy. Financial inclusion, where is the credit inclusion? We are going after the credit inclusion. We should thank the banks for participating and inviting the fintech to work with them.
You're touching on a very important aspect, I think, and like just exactly on that, right? I think it's also the hackathon series which unlocks innovation, and you touched upon a specific example of how, for example, KCC has been driven. But in that context, and maybe I can bring in Rima and Shashank, if you can give some very specific examples, right, of how a hackathon or an innovation is getting unlocked through a fintech at scale. I think UPI is clearly one of the ones which has really gone at scale, but any other ones that you have personally experienced, would love to get some of those stories and examples as well.
Sure. So when we started early on, 8-10 years ago, we were actually struggling to understand what kind of technologies can be used to make the shift in the AI and the automation as a place. And today, it's been around 8 years that we are in this process. We are amazed to see a gigantic shift that is happening when it comes to from the data collaboration, data extraction, data processing, analysis, assessment of the data, all of this step by step by step. And as a service provider, we have the maximum visibility to it because most of the product companies work along with us. So we are the backbone to them because we stitch most of the solutions together. And therefore, today, with AI, from the processing time of 4 to 7 hours, the operational shift has gone to 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. What we are bringing to board is not a competition to people. What we are bringing on board is that our people are becoming more smarter, more intelligent. They have data available handy. So for the young generation today, the Gen Zs, and you just join a company and immediately you have data available with you handy. You don't really have to worry about what my boss is going to think, how is my boss going to react to it, because you have information available. Now, how you process is all about your experience. So Dilipji very beautifully said that expertise and experience both is very, very widely done. And with one use case I'd like to highlight that when we were touching upon Satbara, I don't know even if you've heard of this number, but for the farmers, there's an agricultural loan process and they have this document called Satbara. There was a data processing happening manually. Today we are talking about using satellite images to provide loans to farmers. We're talking about how the shift to an MSME organization has happened with the help of AI, where you can provide loans to them in possibly a week's time. So that is the level of shift and the consumer experience that AI has been able to bring. And then you have people like Shashank, who actually are black boxes. We provide data to them, and then the algorithms keep processing it.
So I'll just, on top of this, try to divide this into a microservices architecture, what we talk about these days, that, let's build that, we have one pipe as a country, where is the end consumer. So what I strongly believe, and, the numbers also prove it, as a country, we are sitting at one of the highest adoption rates in terms of adoption to technology and fintech applications, right? Secondly, if I, take attention of the regulator and the government, there has been a huge paradigm shift in terms of, I would say exposing infrastructures for consumption by banks. And then the third layer comes where you added that, there's a collaborative environment at the banking level as a whole. Now, when we have an end user and we have a government-backed digitization wave, and we have banks who are, literally trying to, I would say, invest everything into technology to make banking a better service for the end user. That's where, we enter into the chain. And today we process MSME loan applications, and very thankful to Union Bank of India for giving us a break that, they became the first bank to launch a STP lending journey for MSME loan application. And in terms of the entire experience, I would say, any student who today will incorporate an entity will first of all become a startup and an MSME. And thanks to NPCI parallelly, where we had a UPI boom. So we have a lot of digital footprint data, which Nima also talked about. Now, all this digital footprint data combined into a more, I would say, use case specific, a business rule engines or a scorecard model, on top of which we then are looking at further use cases using artificial intelligence. So as we've seen a lot in the last 7 to 8 years as a, as a country as a whole. So I truly believe that in terms of the way forward and how the lending ecosystem has changed, the other services in the banking ecosystem are, equally bound to change, moving on from assets to liabilities into other verticals. I mean, you talk about any service of a bank, most of us have not visited our bank branches in years now. So as a technology, I truly agree that more adoption and more collaboration, I think, should be the way forward, and that's it.
The way you're describing, Shashank, I think all the elements are coming into place to start a fintech company very soon, right? And maybe that comes to the next question. A lot of students are really genuinely wanting to know, and maybe I think I'll love to hear your personal stories, right, on how did you really decide to start up, right, a fintech? What really went into your mind? What was the trigger point? And honestly, what are the challenges? It sounds really rosy, right, to run a fintech company, but would love to hear the real operational challenges as well. And maybe if I can ask Naveen, and then we can come over here, I think it'll be helpful.
Thanks, Anurag. Anurag, before actually I go ahead about InTrade or my own journey, I think I would want to make in 30 seconds a point. What a lot of us do not know is the biggest innovator has already been our country in terms of adoption of technology. So we were the first country to have more than 300 stocks traded electronically in futures and options, right? We were 100% on demat accounts. We are the first country, if not the first among the top 3, to have 100% electronic clearing and no risk in FX markets. Now, what I'm talking about is something that is like maybe Latin and Greek to most of the people, but I can see Atlas Bhatt sir is here. He heads the treasury for Union Bank, and he would be able to kind of second this. So the country has already done something which is significant in terms of adoption of technology and what we are at right now. Now, coming back to our specific journey, I think how we started and where we are is maybe a long story, and I would not want to bore everybody with that. But I think what I would want to say to the students here, and some of them actually work with us, as I was saying earlier. By the way, I have studied in KJ Somaiya myself for my MCOM, so thank you. I think the 3 things which I would say: first, be prepared to take risk. Be brutal with yourself. It will get really, really, really tough. Okay, it will get demanding. It will feel like failing every moment. Okay, and as long as it doesn't fail, that's the question I asked myself: is it failing now? Is it failing now? Is it failing now? Right. The point 2 that I would like to say is be committed, be disciplined, perseverance pays. Right. Too volatile markets don't help any traders. It's the consistency and the perseverance that pays. And last but not the least, believe at times in luck, right? That helps you a lot. Okay, thank you.
So maybe I'll give a borrowed experience, okay? I'm a spouse of an entrepreneur, okay? And in one of my roles in my previous organization, Microsoft, I was leading the startup business for Microsoft for 2-3 years. And I think I had a great experience with my spouse's journey in that startup business when I was running 2 years for Microsoft to see that what goes into that journey, right? And I think one biggest learning I have, which I can share with everybody, is that you have to really learn to deal with uncertainty. Because uncertainty is so high, and I think as Sir was also talking, that somebody invested, created OpenAI, who knew that 2 years down the line, somebody's writing DeepSeek sitting in a corner, which will just wipe off your stocks in a night, right? So the uncertainty is a very big thing. So as a student, I would say that as much you invest in your tech skilling, I think you need to also invest in something which helps you with your mental health, with your resilience muscle. Like, how do you build resilience muscle to say that, okay, uncertainties might keep coming, but I have to still keep moving onto that path. And I think the last thing I would believe personally, even though I work in IBM, I feel entrepreneurship is a mindset. Doesn't matter where you work, whether you work in a corporate, whether you work as a fintech, it's a mindset. So if you are a strong headed person which says that I am here to make some difference and take 100% accountability of that initiative, whether it could be as simple as a project, I think that's the entrepreneurship in my mind, and I think we can be entrepreneur on many projects in our life.
So I'm a first generation entrepreneur, and working with large corporates, absolutely very well said by Geeta, that you can be an entrepreneur even if you're working in your corporate life. You can be the master of the art, and you can consistently make sure that you're, ultimately it's all about managing uncertainties, ownership, responsibility, and making sure that you're standing there, you know, especially when the day looks absolutely low. Okay, if you stand up, stand tall, and you can manage that day, then you're fit and you're in the right place. So I think most of us go through with this, even as an employee, as an entrepreneur, we definitely do. In fact, I work very closely with the Union Bank team, and what I see is that most of the projects that they are managing are all as good as managing their own stuff. They're managing their own show, right? They are responsible, their ownership is so good, and the way they engage with us is all about a totality. Coming to my experience, I do not have a problem that I wanted to solve, that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I come from a Gujarati family, and most people think that Gujaratis make good entrepreneurs. So I wanted to break that, that particular myth that most of my family members had, that no, working is a better way to judge. Secondly, I was always about Make in India. I think 2010-11 is when I started to hunt for technology solutions in India, and we started to create our own framework and started to engage with those products which had IPs and patents and made in India patents, right? And fortunately for us, Modi ji happened, Make in India happened, and here we stand. We work with most of the banks in India, we work with most of the government agencies in India, because we actually built for India. So that's about us. Thank you.
So I think at my end, you know, the entrepreneurial journey was more of a my own pain and a use case which, you know, we were working into. So as an organization before, we were into, you know, assisting MSMEs and corporates for their, you know, any kind of credit facilities from institutions. And what we truly observed was that there was a huge amount of data which was unstructured in nature, and the turnaround time for processing of any loan application. You know, internally we felt that if we can infuse technology into an underwriting process, it can definitely solve the needs of, you know, bringing down a 45 days to a 60 days of a business loan credit proposal journey to a few clicks and a minutes. And I think that's where the motivation came from. And I think what others have added in terms of, you know, recognizing your internal qualities to become an entrepreneur, the most important is, you know, do what motivates you to do the best, and do not bother about the use case, what you're talking about. It can be a very small use case which you today are not able to visualize that, you know, how big it can become, but start with it, you know, and the more pivot you will do in terms of your daily use cases which comes around you, the better as an entrepreneur you'll come up. And I think one fine day you'll definitely find that perfect fit which allows you to be in that journey. And for being in that journey, it's very important to be patient, to be motivated internally, to, you know, basically be ready to face risk at times, to be ready to fail. So that's, I think it adds on, but the most important is pick up a use case and adopt it to the core of it.
Yeah, I spent 20 years in lending with a top private bank. I held all the functions up to the national levels as accredited and risk head. I was involved in implementation of technology. So with that kind of experience, what you do is you feel the pain of the customer throughout the functions and the products. I felt the pain of the customer. If they're fresh, they should be the consumer feeling the pain. I felt the pain of the consumer. Other side, what can I do better? What can we do better? When I looked at the way the technology was being consumed, we are trying to fit our use cases into the technology. It's the limitation of the technology. One of the use cases was, I was asked to build a product into a gold loan technology, like, you know, platform that was available. It was not fitting well. I said, okay, why are we doing this? Why are we not building? So it was already built. These were legacy systems. Then when we came out, and I came out for a consumer B2C plan, but I figured my strengths are not talking to a banker. Being a banker, talking to a banker. If you have a good experience, you can talk to a banker, you can do enterprise sales. For example, building a platform, building a product for the thing. If you're fresh, you should take your daily activity, weekly activity, monthly activity, and just list that down where you are facing a problem, where your parents are facing a problem, or your siblings are facing a problem. You will find 1,000 of them. Then list them down to few of them and see whether you have anything that you can do better, whether it's a technology or some knowledge, better knowledge being from the business families and all that, you can figure it out. But what I had is, I had a 3 years of runway personally, so I was comfortable. I was lazy to build, sit down, build, show it, throw it out, and you know, I took that. I didn't know anything about agriculture, but I took a challenge of building agriculture. We built it in 3 months' time for a Karnataka Gramina Bank, followed by first pilot for Union Bank of India. Maybe they would have taken many days to build the requirement. The requirement was so beautifully given to us. We built it in exactly 9 days to run the first live prototype in Karnataka. So, I mean, because we had the knowledge, we could do that. They had so much of experience, they could give the requirement. I'm just saying fresh people should look at B2C. The people who have experience can do the enterprise level. These are the two differentiators I can see. The students should look at B2C or go and work with some Fintech or go with some BFSI company and then figure it out.
It's very, very inspiring set of stories. So feel the pain of the customer. I think spot an opportunity, be resilient. Entrepreneur is a mindset. You can be an entrepreneur within the company. I think like a lot of insights. But maybe Dr. Irfan, any thoughts from you, I think, on this entrepreneurial journey before we open it up, maybe for a question or two for the audience?
Yeah, sure. No, so what I look across is with such inspiring, thought processes, people looking across, the students are aspired towards some, great things that can come up, and that is the main motivation. And I think we should have that fire, and it should always be there, so that we look upon some great things happening. And probably one of very important thing which came across is Make in India. That's one of the things we should try, because that's have been swept around. Now, people coming up with their own LLM models, are we left out? Probably there should be some thought process which should always there. We can't exit in this, be a part of an industry where we are only service industry. Probably foundational thinking, developing our own solutions and looking out for solutions which, and this young generation can think of it. So there's a lot for them to on their plate, and hopefully they pick up and set their journeys accordingly. So that's how.
Oh, thank you. Would we have 5 more minutes for a question from the audience? Should we? I was also interacting with few people, so somebody has told me 2 questions, but happy to kind of open it up to the audience as well if there are any questions. Otherwise, I can. There are?
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम इंद्र कुमार दुधवे वाला है और मैं ड्रीमर हूँ। मैं ये सपना देखता हूँ कि भारतवर्ष में 140 करोड़ लोगों की जो अपनी जनसंख्या है, इसका मोनेटाइजेशन कैसे हो। आज अगर दुनिया में काम की कमी नहीं है, काम करने वालों की कमी है। और टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से ये चीज़ प्रूव हो गई है कि जिसकी जो स्किल है, उस स्किल के हिसाब से अपने उसको काम दिला सकते हैं। और तकादा के लिए भी आपको कहीं जाने की दरकार नहीं है। यूपी का और मोदी जी ने जो इनोवेशंस भारतवर्ष में दिया है, उसके कारण अगर आप ईएमआई की जगह जो स्मॉल ये बोरोवर्स हैं, उन बोरोवर्स को अगर आप डेली कलेक्शन मोड में ले आते हैं, तो अर्थव्यवस्था में जो रिवोल्यूशनरी चेंजेज आएगी, उसका मेरे ख्याल से फिनटेक में इसका समावेश होना चाहिए। और हर हाथ में काम और हर हाथ में उनके काम के हिसाब से दाम। सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट को आप इस लेवल पे ले जाएं कि लोग सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट की रेखा बड़ी हो जाए और गवर्नमेंट की या प्राइवेट में जो काम करते हैं उनकी रेखा छोटी है। एमोल्यूमेंट्स सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट लोगों को इतना हो जाए कि लोग उसके लिए तरसें। आंदोलन ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमें सरकार काम दे। अपनी खुदी को इतना बुलंद कीजिए कि सरकार आपको काम देने के लिए बाध्य हो जाए। तो मैंने सेल्फी शब्द बहुत ज़्यादा प्रचलित है। सेल्फी का मतलब होता है कौशल्यवान, और सेल्फी को अगर आप हर शब्द के हिसाब से अगर ये डाइल्यूट करें तो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड लोकल फोर्स ऑफ इंडियाज एंटरप्रेनर्स। तो सेल्फी स्किल्ड पर्सन वो भूखा उठेगा पर भूखा सोएगा नहीं। और बाय दिस नैरेटिव मैं 140 करोड़ लोगों को काम देने की जिम्मेवारी लेता हूँ। और अगर जैसे मोदी जी का ये है कि आपदा में अवसर, ये अगर आज यूक्रेन में डिजास्टर हो गया तो क्यों नहीं हम अपने मैन पावर्स को वहाँ पे एक्सपोर्ट करें और उनको यूक्रेन को भी बिल्ड करें और हमारे उसके कास्केडिंग इफेक्ट्स में अपनी इकोनॉमी को भी बिल्ड करें। ये मेरा नैरेटिव है और मैं चाहता हूँ कि इसमें बैंकिंग और फिनटेक जो है इसमें आगे बढ़े। देश में कोई भी आदमी भूखा उठेगा पर भूखा सोएगा नहीं। थैंक यू।
So ladies and gentlemen, we will just take a pause to welcome our MD and CEO Union Bank, Miss A. Mani Meklai. Please give her a big round of applause. We welcome you, ma'am, for this happening event. And at present, this fireside chat is going on. So I would request Anurag ji to please continue.
I think we were just opening it up for the audience if there are any questions. Otherwise, I had two questions which some of the participants asked me. I can ask that. Any hands? Okay, at least I'll tell one question that they asked. If there is one skill that they said that I have to develop in my institution, what will that skill be that will prepare me for the future? That was one question. And then I'll open it up. Second question was, if we win the hackathon, will I get funding from the entrepreneurs on the top or NPCI? I think those are the two questions which I got. I will ask the first one. I think what is the... Goes there, yes. But if there is one skill, and maybe we can just take one skill for everyone. For the future students, what is one skill that you recommend them to learn for them to be ready for the entrepreneurial journey?
Can I go?
Yeah, sure.
you prepare your parents for next 3 years, that I'm not going to bring any income to the, that's the best start. See, life is all about expectation. The minute you set and expect a month and I'm going to give you money, they're going to ask you for money. Please prepare them for 3 years and then start.
So I think from this note, be ready for the failure part of it. And I think if you are able to accept yourself into a failure zone, definitely you will be able to live a long load ahead in that journey.
I'd say there is no competition in this world, and therefore there is no reason why we should ever fail. Okay, the competition lies within ourselves, and we need to just make sure that as a human, we're getting a better version of ourselves every day. If there's one thing you can practice, you can survive anywhere in the world, whether it is entrepreneur or not an entrepreneur. Everything else, you will get a good spouse, good parents, support system, but about yourself, just make yourself resilient.
I think I would say growth mindset, because, and skilling. I think you have to invest in learning, right? Whether you are in whichever position, I feel that at least you should keep aside few hours every week to learn something new, because world is moving very, very fast right now. So I think you have now a lot of tools you can read here, you can read everywhere. So do invest in learning every week.
Patience, perseverance, discipline.
Yeah. Just to continue on that, problem solving is what I would recommend. See, anyways, if you look across, if you are at a stage looking for some solution, that's where the idea of creativity and problem solving comes into. So whether you pass or fail, if you also there is a failure, you should find out where and how that can be solved across. So one of the key elements always I recommend, the idea of being creative and the ability to have a skill to solve the problem altogether. Thank you.
On the second question, I know it's tricky, but can you invest time with people who have participated in the hackathon, and if they actually come up, would that be okay? I know funding is a big, tall ask, but at least if that's the ask for the students.
So funding is also not a tall ask. And as far as time commitment is concerned, it's been almost 5 years I'm associated with various campus. We specifically go to this campus to make sure that, we are sharing our experiences, our learnings, our methodologies with the students, whether it is IIT campus or VJIT or Somaya. So yes, here to support.
I think mentoring and the connects will take you to where you want to go, because if we have to give, what can we give? But if we can connect you to the right places to get you what you want, it'll be better.
So, yeah, again, for the students of Somaya, they know there is an incubation center right in the thing, and for all the participants, those who have come at the campus, there's a good incubation center called as Riddle. So we are open for them even to find the funding, to give them skill enhancement. So it's all open there. No. That's for the information.
No, thank you. I think that's a great note to end. But thank you all. It has been wonderful hosting you in this panel. Very, very insightful and very moving stories of your own personal journey. Thanks a lot for being here today.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, please. Anurag, please come. You are a moderator. Come, Pablo.
Thank you so much, all our esteemed guests. And now we have come to the another segment of this show. That is what all our students are waiting for so long. The showcasing their talents, their brilliance, their presentations over here. So out of 42 teams, final 10 teams have been selected, and they are going to showcase their talents here. They will be given 5 minutes each for the giving the presentations. So before announcing the name one by one, I will request all the teams to be present here, all 10 finalists. Please be ready with your presentation. I will invite one by one on your screen, and please be aware of your timings. Be precise in delivering your presentation tips and all the points that you have jotted down during the discussions, previous discussions. So are we ready for this? Can we call the students? Okay. So we will start with the team first. First team, it is code redemption, and the domain on which they have worked is Fintech. So can we have the teams, please? Code redemption. Yeah, please come, please come. You can put your laptop here.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. So our problem statement was business analytics-based appointment management system. So our team name is Team Code Redemption, and my teammates are Vivek, Rohan, Aradhya, and Kanishk. So this is our features page, wherein we have actually implemented predictive engagement banking, as well as 24/7 support by using AI agents, as well as scan and detection, image OCR, and we have actually implemented facial authentication using deep face custom model, and we have actually allocated custom allocation as well as dynamic allocation of appointments. So this is the infrastructure we have actually followed. We have admin as well as user, and we have multiple sub-modules as well, like facial authentication, service ticket generation, predictive analytics, and many more. So these are some of the USPs of our application, like automatic allocation of the live agents, and we have high time availability of the AI agents. One of the key problems being faced by most of the banks is that it is actually very difficult to maintain the live agents to be available all time. So we have actually understood that particular problem, and we tried to offer a solution. And this solution was very flexible as well as reliable, because we are actually providing APIs which can actually be integrated into multiple apps, and we can actually pick the only modules which we actually wanted. And we had AI-based priority systems given to the HINIs or the pensioners or the loyal customers who are actually making multiple transactions on our platform. And we actually have implemented video summarization as well as sentiment analysis for any audio or video. So here is an example of our facial authentication. So this is where my face was actually detected, and we actually confirmed. We are actually storing this into a vector representation, and we are authenticating. So once my identity has been confirmed, I can move to the dashboard. And here is the feedback system where the user can actually give an overall feedback. And here is the banking appointment services. This is how a user can actually register. We can actually visit the branch and select the book a call, select the date, time slot, and any preference of any languages, and he'll actually receive the call back from the agent. And here is some service ticket generation by the user. We actually have, you can actually view details as well as priority has been assigned to each and every service tickets. So these are some of the dynamic insights we are actually providing onto the user dashboard, like the monthly savings and the expense tracking and overall insights, which will actually get from the bank. And this is the admin panel for the Union Bank, wherein they can actually track down the system status, the recent activity, and the active users. They can actually track the fraud prevention and multiple modules they have access to. They can view the service requests and have various filters and can identify and prioritize. This is how the video summarization is actually working, wherein if suppose a user is actually submitting a video query on our platform, we actually provide a summary of it. And this is where the key points have been listed and the timestamps. And now the future scope of this is that we'll actually try to implement edge processing. Edge processing is basically like we'll actually try to scale it to the remote locations, wherein if suppose you have less internet connectivity, then you can get access to it. And also we are actually trying to make it as zero human intervention. We don't want any, we want less and less people to actually go through the hectic processes of attending customers, and because the AI agents can actually prove to be a better solution for them, for us. And we have like data pipelines, AI engines, and multilingual support. And thank you so much for the exposure we have actually given. Thank you so much to the CSI team. Thank you.
It's a wonderful presentation given by the team Code Redemption. All the very best for the final results. Now, the second team which we are going to present is in the domain Fintech, and the team is Coders. Colders, rather. Please come. Remember, you have 5 minutes to present.
Yeah. So hello everyone. My name is Jayeshwani. I am here with my team members Sanjay Yadav, Nathan Pimenta, and Suraj Naik. So our main USP of the project was to make a fintech project which proposed the solution to make a query system using multilingual voice assistant, which will assist the customers to better assist based on their particular teams. So our flow included existing customers' data and their verification based on facial and OTP verification. And once we have verified the customer, the query will be taken through multilingual voice assistant. So we'll see how it works further. Yeah.
Okay, so after we have generated a query, a service. Okay, so once we have generated the query by audio, a service ticket will be generated, and through that service ticket we'll have a priority queue, and time is assigned to each customer, each user. So firstly we'll come to the facial authentication. Here you can see the implementation. We have used deep face, and we have also looked for liveness detection. And after we have detected that we are live, and we are seeing whether whether the person is blinking their eyes, and through that facial recognition is implemented, and we are sent to the home page. This is our home page. We have to log in, and we'll get a user dashboard. In this user dashboard, we can see whether whether our queries are being assigned, or we are pending, or they are completed. Next comes our service ticket generation. I guess there's no sound system here. I'll tell you what's happening in it. The thing is, we are having a multilingual multilingual query generation, where the model asks us which language would you prefer. We have English, Hindi, Marathi for now. We can even expand to all the languages covering all states and regions. And to that, if I select Hindi, then it will ask which type of query you are having, whether it is loan, or whether it is about credit card, debit card, or something. Then we can say which, we have an option to explain what query we have, and through that, as you can see, Srini Chune means we have to select the category of the query. Here we have chosen loan as a category, and after loan, we are saying I want a loan, home loan. So it will generate a ticket saying this user has to take a home loan, wants to take a home loan, and the timestamp and the priority is generated. I'll go to the next slide. Here in the admin dashboard, we can see the query assigned from multiple users. The first one we can see is user Z. It's a premium account. The query he was saying is general inquiry about new services. So we are seeing what's the priority queue of it. We have generated a priority queue, the score amount, through CIBIL score, revenue, transactions, and the type. CIBIL score and revenue, we can get it from the bank. Transaction is how many transactions he does in a month or in a year, and the type is we have trained the NLP model through which we can detect some words. Suppose in the query there is a word about loan, there is a word about fraud detection or KYC. We'll assign it as a critical or a medium or a low type of transaction priority. So a priority score will be generated, and after that we can assign it to the categorized department, and the thing is completed. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, team. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. So next, the team is Debug Dynasty. Team Debug Dynasty with domain Fintech. You're from, please. And then in the meantime, you are switching on your computer. You can.
Good evening, everyone. We're Team Debug Dynasty, and we're going to be presenting our solution for the fintech problem statement. So we present to you UBI Bharosa, our AI-powered customer scheduling system tailored for the Union Bank of India. UBI Bharosa simplifies and personalizes the entire customer experience by combining smart service ticketing, facial recognition, and dynamic prioritization to create a faster, safer, and more inclusive banking experience. Now let's show you a few screenshots of our work-in-progress prototype.
So this is our landing page where we are introducing our users with our features and some unique features and some FAQs. So now we'll proceed with the sign up process. So first, we prompt the user to take their full name, their mobile number, email is optional. Then on that mobile number, we'll prompt an OTP which will be for Aadhaar verification. And then after verifying them, we are asking for a photo capture which will be used to train our ML model for login route so that identity frauds are prevented. So this photo is stored in our database and fetched through our ML model. Similarly with the audio query, it is record audio, it is stored in our database and used to process our ML model of our query, which will help in our query categorization. And then we'll be redirected to the login page where we'll enter our mobile number or email and our password. And again, we'll be prompted to capture a photo which will be compared with the photo provided during the sign up via our ML algorithm. And if it matches, we'll be prompted to the landing page of a user or a worker based on the login.
Okay, so this is our user homepage, in which you can see there are three major features which we are providing. Raise a query, there are three types of queries. The user can prompt a text message, audio message, or a video message, there are personalized recommendations which are based on the ML algorithms. Each user has their own personalized recommendation model, and after selecting the type of query, the user is prompted to record. If the user selects the audio query, as you can see on the screen, the user records the audio. Then the audio gets transcripted to text or string, you can say, and then the string is classified into the correct department in which the query is to be get stored. Then the service ticket is dynamically generated and the transcripted text is stored. Yeah.
Hi, so I'm Aman and I'll be going over what happens when the service ticket is created. So we can see we majorly have two options. We can either book an instant appointment or book future appointments. So let's book an instant appointment right now. Where in the user screen we see waiting for response and an estimated time 10 minutes. Now we have also decided to create a whole new interface for the workers within the UBI. They follow the same login route except they show a completely new interface which shows active users, pending queries, and today's appointments. When we go towards the live queries, we can see the incoming queries. Right now there's only one with a priority associated of 2, but we have also dynamically generate priority of every query which is every service ticket. Once we click the start on the query details, that means we are starting to interact with the user. Once the start is created, we can see on this is the user page. The user now has a link to join the meeting. So this is how the connections between the UBI worker and the customer arises. Now Anika will go over the conclusion.
Apart from this, we have features along with some future scopes, like we analyze age, income, credit score, and spending habits to predict and dynamically update loan recommendations. Advanced AI prioritization, that is, our model prioritizes queries based on assets, transaction patterns, and urgency, which ensures liveness detection for fraud prevention and improves over time with a feedback-based learning. Robust ML implementation models such as XGBoost regression, arc phase similarity, and random forest ensures seamless cloud integration and ML pipelines for large data sets. Modular API design, that is our backend, is fully integrable with UBI's existing chatbot and Vyom app through fine-tuning. That's been our time. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, well done team. So next in line is DESC, team DESC with the domain Fintech.
So, very good evening, everyone. Happy good evening, everyone. We are team DESC, and our problem statement domain was Fintech, as you can see. And our main aim of creating this project was to create an advanced facial authentication system, video and audio query system, and automated ticket creation, customer prioritization, and business insight to enhance the branch efficiency to answer the customer queries. And last but not the least, and web app which can run on both laptops as well as mobile phones. So now let us dive into the project implementation.
Okay, so first of all, we start with the onboarding process. So for the onboarding, we add in a first name, last name, email, phone number, password, and then we confirm a password. After that, we capture a facial image. We use this for verification and future process for live KYC. After that, we enter our Aadhaar link phone number, and then we enter our OTP. We do the same thing for PAN, and as you can see, it fetches all the data for Aadhaar as well as PAN. Once we do that, you can confirm your data, and then you can proceed to the dashboard. Now this is the logging in process. You scan your face after entering your password, and it just takes a picture of your face. It uses the deep face model to compare your picture against that stored model. Once you do that, you can interact with the Union Bank assistant. So we have created a chatbot over here, which uses Google Gemini for its LLM, and we're also using RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation. So what we're doing is we have we have scraped the Union Bank website, and we have aggregated some FAQs, created a PDF, and then we have vectorized it and pushed it into that database. Now what happens is whenever you ask a query, it is able to fetch those chunks, and it's able to use that as context to give you a better response. Also, what's able to do is it's able to recognize if your query needs human intervention. So if it does not, it'll simply give you the response based on the data that's provided. If not, it's actually going to give you a response as well as prompt you to connect with an assistant on the bank side. So as you can see, once we click connect now, it'll redirect you to this voice and video query system. So you can record yourself over here, and we're using OpenAI's Whisper module to generate a transcript of this. Once you upload, as you can see, it creates a ticket, and then based on the overlap of your transcript and the keywords of different departments, it assigns a ticket to one of the departments, and it also does some sentiment analysis. As you can see, this is a negative sentiment. Yes, if you go down to the service tickets, you can see your ticket, when it was created, your priority, and you can also see the department it has been allotted to. Now this is the employee dashboard. So if you scroll down, you will see the number of open tickets and the number of queued tickets, number of in-progress tickets for the specific employee. So as you can see, he can play a video of the query, he can download it, and then he can mark it in progress. Also, he can schedule a meeting whenever he wants. So right from here, you can select the date and the time, enter schedule meeting, and it generates a Google Meet link directly for that time. As you can see, it's been scheduled for 19 March for that exact time. Also, the user should be able to see it. So if you go to the user dashboard, you'll see that it is in progress, it reflects, and you also have the option to join that meeting. So if you see, yes, we are redirected to the same meeting over here. So now Shubham will show you the rest of the project.
So one of the important aspects of a PS was to increase the efficiency of the bank. So as you can see, this is the dashboard for the manager, or or the branch head, which he can see. Basically, he can see all of the tickets that are being generated, and the department, the issues, all of the things, and here all of the tickets are fetched, and in the report section. And in the report section, what you can get, you can all the schemas of the employees are being fetched. You can generate the insights. Basically, what if a employee has been assigned a ticket, and if it does in the 5 hours, which normally requires 1 hour, so the branch head will probably say him that we will get all the insights, and branch head will get the information that this employee needs to work on particular issue. He is not involved with particular query. He has to learn about that, so he can download the report on a daily basis. Also, we have integrated an FAQ section where the chatbot will be helped. Basically, we can increase the pinecone chunks on a daily, weekly basis. Also, for the future implementation, we are looking forward to integrate the emotional intelligence system, where the user can see basically where the system can see whether the expressions of the user, on the basis of the expression of the user, he can manage all of the things. And this is from our side.
Can we quickly call the next team, that is Entropy? Please come on the stage and show your presentation. Team Entropy. Yeah. Please take care of the time of 5 minutes.
Yes, आ गया सर, आ गया।
Okay, so let's start with the client side of our application. Firstly, we have our authentication system. Our authentication system combines password login along with facial verification. Along with that, we have additionally added multi-factor authentication using OTP, which will be sent on the email. So facial verification, we are doing liveliness detection along with spoof detection. So the face of the user will be compared with the Aadhaar or the PAN card details that he has provided to us. Then we have our chatbot feature. So our chatbot is very unique because we are not only streaming the text, but we are also streaming the UI. By this we mean that we are dynamically generating the UI based on the user query. So why we've done this is mainly to enhance user experience and to reduce the clutter and make the entire experience easy for users, those who are not even friendly with the bank applications. And another reason is because everything will be consolidated and at the same place, and it will be very easy for the user to ask all its queries at just one single place. So Soham will elaborate.
Yes, sir. Yes, so we have we have made this chatbot not only multilingual but also multimodal. So, for example, I have consciously changed the spelling of balance to a wrong spelling, but the chatbot can still detect it. So basically, this is not a rule-based system. The AI or the LLM knows all the details of the bank, like what functions it can do, and also it has all the database of the bank using RAG. So for example, user wants a loan, so user can ask about loan and the chatbot will tell about loan. Now this was about balance. So here, we have also added like audio and video to this. So for example, let me ask it for my next installment. मेरा next installment कब है? So as you can see, it can fetches the next installment. So what kind of function calls have we done? So we can transfer the money. Then here was like the image. Here was me using the video to ask it about when was the bank open. So the user can see the weekly hours and when the bank is closed. Also, it can see the national holidays of the bank. So he doesn't book an appointment at that time. So let's come to the feature where he can book an appointment and also he can give the details of the appointment he want to book. So here I told him that I am shifting to Gurgaon and I need a home loan there. So it automatically made the details and subject, and if I give it the time and date, so this slot is coming from the backend, and here the slots available for the bank, it will give the user that. So he can also edit the details here, and if he wants some other slot or other branch name, and then we can submit the request. Then here a ticket will be created. Now this ticket will only be granted to the user if he is not, we will run an ML model on his entire data, and we will check if he is fraudulent or not. Also we will check that if he is eligible for loan or not. So for ML model, we have used isolation forest, and for credit risk, what we have used?
For credit risk, we have used a random forest, and it gives 96% accuracy, and it will tell us if is the person eligible for a loan or not based on his previous data.
Correct. So as you can see here, the status is confirmed. Like employee, in his dashboard, he will mark it as confirm, and then it will you can see it's confirm here. So what? So he can cancel the ticket, and also he can start a video call. So as you can see, video call will be initiated, and the link will be the Zoom link will be Zoom or Meet link will be sent to the employee. Then after that, after this, let's move on to the dashboards of employee and super admin. So this is the dashboard of the employee. So here he can see the user feedback and also insights. Here is the auth for admin. So here the employee can see a calendar, and he can see like for date 26, there are 3 customers who need to meet with him. Then for each customer, he can click that customer, and he will get a detailed report about the credibility score and his ticket history, his passbook information, his financial snapshot, and then we will give him a confidence score. So this was for employee, and then this was for admin. The admin can see the fraud detection. So we have used graph algorithms. Can you expand on graph algorithms?
Yeah, so we've used multiple graph algorithms like Lowen's algorithm. In Lowen's algorithm, we have employed clustering of the similar nodes. Then we have used Edmond-Karp algorithm, where the amount of money that is transferred is checked. And if this amount exceeds the threshold, then we are also using PageRank algorithm to find out the nodes which are mainly fraudulent.
Okay, so we are done. Thank you.
Thank you, wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
next team, it's End0 with domain fintech. Yes, please come. You can quickly introduce yourself and attach this company.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. This is Team Minute Zero from DJ Sangvi College of Engineering. And today we are here to present our solution for the fintech problem statement. So while we had a talk with our mentors regarding this problem statement, it came to our notice that more than 1 crore requests regarding KYC have been made to the Union Bank of India application as well as the web interface. And while we got to know how the entire process works, it came to our notice that it does require a lot of human intervention, which can cause a lot of accuracy errors, manual errors, and even a time-consuming task. So this is where we feel our solution can come in and provide an automation to this manual task in order to reduce the efforts of humans and even making it a better solution for everyone. So I would just like to brief our solution. We have a web application as well as an app. An app is for the users and the web is for the admin. So rather than speaking more about it, I feel a demo would be much better. So yes.
So speaking about the user app, so this the user app is authenticated with the facial authentication, as well as we've added a layer of Aadhaar for multi-layered security. So one can actually log in with Aadhaar and PAN card. Then we take the face image of a particular person and map it to embeddings. So we are not actually storing the image, but embeddings of the image, so that it's more secure. So based on the embeddings, every time a user's face will be matched, and then there will be OTP sent to their Aadhaar registered phone number. So this is the verification process with the Aadhaar OTP. So it verifies your CAPTCHA and logs it into the device with the OTP. So this was the first core component of the problem statement. Second, we have a AI-powered query resolution platform. So the queries are made with 3 channels: text, audio, and video. Emotion detection, sentiment analysis, and categorization of the queries into different departments like loan, customer, support, etc. is done, all with the help of AI. So this also leads to the generation of a service ticket, which is displayed on the admin portal as well. So a priority is assigned to every customer based on their demographics in the database, like the credit score, account holdings, their past history, etc. And based on that, a custom prioritization algorithm assigns them a priority. So all this comes into picture when an appointment is being scheduled with the bank personnels. So this can actually be useful for the bank to allocate their resources effectively and drive revenue. So we also have some features like engagement, where we have articles and other platforms to engage the customers. Then there's a AI avatar, so that the gap between the banks and the customers can be reduced. So it can actually answer to your queries. We have a in-app video call feature, in-app chat feature with the bank personals as well. Yeah, the app is made in 3 languages, so it is multilingual: Marathi, Hindi, and English. And we have fonts for dyslexic people as well. So with only 1 click, the entire fonts of the app is changed, which are friendly for the dyslexic people, encouraging more participation from the audiences.
Okay, so we've also made a website for the admin panel of the bank. This is the landing page. Moving on to the dashboard. Dashboard is basically a quick overview of whatever the recent query is, whatever the appointment is. He basically gets to see it on his dashboard. Apart from that, we've also included query management, that is admin queries, wherein he gets to see 3 types of query, that is video query, text query, and audio query, based on which we are doing analysis. We are also segregating it automatically based on the type of query. We are using multiple models to actually identify what sort of query it is. Moving on to the next feature, that is appointment booking.
So for the appointment booking, after considering the customer demographics, once the admin has considered that he wants to make an appointment, he can directly fill up a form there itself regarding the title, and as well as providing whom he wants to connect with and at what time. So at the same time, a WhatsApp message is being sent. Since we weren't able to access the WhatsApp API, we created our own automation script in order to send a WhatsApp message for the particular time being. Yeah, so next.
Talking about Ask You, so what basically happening is this is a chatbot wherein an individual could actually type on his query. Like suppose, for example, he wants to put in, like, ask general queries, like what should I do if I want a checkbook. Actually, for this query, he does not actually have to go to the bank. He can actually get it done online, and that's what recommends, what recommendation come here. Apart from that, he can actually go on and schedule his own appointment automatically by just writing a simple prompt that he wants to schedule an appointment, or he's facing a certain amount of difficulty. Moving on to our next feature, that is bank video portal. So here we are making sure that an individual could connect with the bank admin based on whatever the admin's time he allots, and we are also recording. The recording is done for different type of analysis, like sentiment analysis, based on which we are calculating the customer satisfaction score, which is actually being displayed on our analytics and giving on the data for our knowledge base as well.
Finally, we have the analytics page where we're showing various analytics with respect to the transaction, branches, and various alerts that the admin gets on the dashboard. And finally, we have a chat session as well, where with the help of WebSockets, we were able to integrate a chat session. And finally, yeah, this is our avatar is actually trying to speak in Marathi. So we integrated a multilingual AR avatar, which can speak in 4 languages: Hindi, Marathi, English, and Kannada. And finally, yeah, this is a business model which we had planned, which consists a lot of things such as key activities, propositions, the customer relationships, and how we can actually include our app into the market. And yeah, finally, just wrapping up things, I would just like to mention about the fact that we did consider scalability and other things and other aspects as well while building our solution, and hence we went forward with a microservices architecture, so that not only it can be used as a one single app, but the individual components itself can be used separately. So if one person likes a particular component and they want to use it separately, so they can do it with the help of our app.
Especially for Vyom application that's currently there, we thought it would really create an impact if we could actually build on features that could actually get integrated with Vyom itself. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you and all the best. Next team is fishermen, and the domain is cybersecurity. Can we have the team please on the stage quickly?
A very good afternoon to all esteemed dignitaries and everyone gathered here. I am Vedant and we are Team Fishermen, and we are delighted to showcase our solution, FishNet, a comprehensive system revolutionizing online security with AI-powered detection and takedown, a one-stop solution for Union Bank. Moving on, we will show you a comprehensive dashboard, or which we would call a CXO dashboard, which provides a unified view of active threats, the escalation status, and essentially a real-time data or a consolidated view of the platform's capabilities. Fishnet's quick analysis engine, which we have implemented, crawls the sites and compares it to legitimate bank pages using 3 critical checks: content similarity, visual similarity, and resource differences. For the sake of the demonstration, we have created a clone of the Union Bank website to showcase a sample demonstration of a possible phishing attack. As mentioned, the analysis considers the visual similarity between the 2 pages, content similarity, and the resource differences between them. Based on this analysis, we also generate a detailed forensic report and further escalate for takedown. The details of the domain registrar, IP provider, and geolocation, along with screenshots, are visible. Now here is where we implement a graph-powered RL escalation framework which completely automates the process of takedown with no manual intervention. For this, the response time, turnaround time, and success rate, along with the historical reward with equal weightage, are considered for the decision. Now you might ask, why reinforcement learning? We have analyzed that because takedowns involve multiple entities, each with varying response times, the RL platform learns from the historical data to prioritize the fastest and most reliable path, cutting takedown times by 70%. Our reinforcement learning engine uses historical performance metrics to pick the optimal path. Finally, upon escalation, an evidence-packed report is auto-sent to the chosen entity via email. If they don't respond within 24 hours, the RL agent escalates to the next entity, which essentially means there's no manual effort. Similarly, a dashboard for the successful takedowns, malicious sites, and the scans are shown above. Now, let's shift gears and see how fishnets proactively hunts down domains before they go live. Fish Scanner preemptively generates variants using a combination of algorithms and also performs reverse image searches of the legitimate websites' logos and image content to find websites performing content phishing. As you can see, the different types of repetitions, additions, domains, and these type of algorithms have been introduced. A total of 21,000 results were generated. We have successfully retrieved about 500 plus domains per minute. Each variant is auto-analyzed, and if a match crosses a threshold, it's queued for automatic takedown. While phishing domains are a major threat, malicious APKs are equally dangerous. Let's see how Fishnet tackles this challenge. Now imagine a customer receives a fake banking app, perhaps disguised as a Union Bank update. So with just a tap, the user can forward it to the Fishnet's WhatsApp service. We scan it with a comprehensive set of thorough vendors for malware signatures and APK metadata analysis, followed by a rule engine matching for predicting phishing behavior. Based on this, a user gets a detailed analysis delivered right back to WhatsApp in less than 3 minutes with no technical expertise required. As you can see, this is, contains a lot of data regarding the possible phishing attacks, malicious behavior, and so on. We've also built a community page, Fishnet. So this helps extend our knowledge base and help proactively take down domains. So to summarize it, Fishnet isn't just a tool, it is a self-learning ecosystem that cuts takedown times by 70% and takedowns by 60%. For PSBs like Union Bank, this means safer customers, fewer losses, and bulletproof trust. Thank you.
Thank you, team. The next team is Team Swag. Please come. Team Swag, please hurry up. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Swag, and let me represent you our product Vyom application. For security and enhancing security, we have implemented SIM binding. So only the registered users can access. Internet connectivity. I think we have internet issues. Okay, let me show you a demo video. This is the login page. We have facial authentication with liveness detection for anti-spoofing and replay attacks. And here we have implemented a recommendation system for personalized recommendations for the users of the Union Bank of India. And we have a chatbot which can provide answers to the queries of the users. And the customer care support we have created, and the user is going to create a ticket, and the user has options of choosing his preference type: video calling, audio calling, or chatting system. With the customer support operative of the bank, the user can choose date and his time. User also can choose his language preference, and we have created an algorithm which can direct the user to the particular customer support which speaks the native language also. It's the video query. The user is recording his video query. A file can attach. Audio recording system is also been implemented, and a brief description of the problem the user has facing he can add, and the ticket has been generated. And we have created our database on cPanel using backend as MySQL and PHP, which is scalable also and easily migrated. Okay, the ticket has been generated. The user can see his ticket which he has created previously. So this is the customer support website where the customer support can access all the tickets. He can sort by newest, first, high urgency, low urgency, and newest to first or oldest. And there is a system of video conferencing with the customer also. If the user and the customer wants to interact via video conferencing, they can do that. There are a section of analytics where the person can see there are different kinds of analytics based on the customer's preferences. It's taking some time. Okay, there are different kinds of analytics which can be shown to the customer support person. For example, how many tickets has been generated from a particular language preference, and also the number of tickets he has solved can also be shown to the bank also, because if bank is outsourcing the customer support service, so they can monitor their employees are performing well or not. That is also implemented. Okay. Sorry, the internet issues are there. Here is a chat support also, where the user and the customer can chat to each other. Okay, and that's all for now. Thank you.
Very well done, completed exactly within time. Now the next team we would like to invite is Shiledar, and the domain is Fintech.
Good evening, everyone. We are Team Shileda. Just imagine a world where you don't have to stay into the lines of bank to complete the banking procedure, and there is no risk of fraud. Sounds good, right? So we Team Shileda have brought to you Vyom Assist, which is a smart and AI-based banking companion, which will make your life way easier than it is nowadays. So now I would like to show you our prototype with the help of animated video.
Vyom Assist, an AI-powered customer management system. As banking should be an easy but not long waiting times. It contains security concerns and services make it frustrating. So Vyom Assist, as Shreya is a busy professional facing some challenges, but with Vyom Assist, she can get an AI-powered smart banking experience. Signing up on Vyom Assist is seamless and very secure. Shreya now has access to a personalized banking dashboard with AI-powered features, all banking needs in a single place. As Vyom Assist features an AI-powered chatbot with an instantly answers all your questions and banking queries, making banking smarter and hassle-free. Now the Shreya needs help with a loan query. So instead of waiting in a line, she uses Vyom Assist intelligent query management system, which basically considers your query and route it to the particular department. As Vyom Assist ensures secure banking with real-time fraud detection, Vyom Assist acts as a Shreya's financial advisor and helping her making a smarter and probable decisions. Shreya now enjoys a smarter and hassle-free, more secure banking experience. To experience the future of banking today, download Vyom Assist now. Thank you. So whenever Shreya makes an query, what happens? It actually moves down to the web workflow of our app. We consider two page, which is bank query manager page, and second is the query manager page. The bank manager has all the insights and all the managerial dashboards that consist of queries and all the items that needs to be displayed through analytical graphs. Again, we have different routing departments in which we considered multiple support systems where the queries regarding loan, general support, fraud, and everything comes to them. We have initialized routing-based mechanisms which helps to redirect queries to the particular department, which turn out to show the service details and help in managing ticket services, which is secured and end-to-end. Thank you.
So this is our last team who is going to give the presentation, and its domain is cybersecurity, and the team is the Fishers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sai Patel, and I am the team leader of the Fishers. These are my team members, Vaidhi Patak, Purva Nalawde, and Sahil Sawant. Our domain is cybersecurity, and our solution offers automated fetching of domains that are trying to impersonate Union Bank of India. It also automates the sorting and detection of phishing links. Once the phishing links have been detected, it automates the reporting to registrar's process, and in case the registrars are irresponsive, it also automates the escalation to certain. Our solution also offers APK analysis and manual submission of URLs. I'll show you the dashboard. Our dashboard provides key metrics such as total phishing URLs detected, total URL submissions, and also graphs and line charts for data such as phishing and saved domains. Our solution also offers screenshot facility for phishing domains. We also have manual URL submission analysis. You can submit phishing URLs and analyze them using 6-step process. We also have APK file analysis. You can submit the APK, and it will analyze whether the APK has sensitive permissions, such as permissions which will allow it to harvest credentials. This process also checks the SHA-256 hash value in the virus total database. This is the fake domains table, and we also have a takedown request status generate report option. It can automatically generate the PDF report of phishing URLs and its detail, and this is the brief format of how it looks like. Thank you.
Thank you all the teams. With this, we have come to the end of this presentation, and all the best to all the teams for the final results. So whatever team has put the efforts, we would like to showcase it in 1-minute video. So can we have this video on screens? Just to show the talent, the expertise, the strength, the dedication all the teams have put to make this happen today. Thank you all of you. So, before arriving for the final segment of this program, one thing we would like to do is to welcome our esteemed guests here on the stage before announcing the final results. So in line with that, it has been a very engaging session throughout with the fireside chats, the 10 presentations given by all the students, and the keynote address of our guest in the beginning. And now the time has come when we will welcome our esteemed guests on the stage. They will deliver their address, they will deliver their thoughts, insights, and after that, the final results for which all are waiting. Okay. So, it's all over. Can I start? It's been a really inspiring journey for all the students as well as for all of us also, because throughout this process, we have also learned a lot of things from these students, from their new innovative thoughts, and what we call is the idea, that is innovation, development, execution, and advancement. So these students have done very well in all these categories, all three domains which have been given. They have worked very well on the suggestions also, which have been given by the evaluators. And the power jury has given their valuable insights on which these students have worked very hard. And the result, we will all see in few moments. So to present these awards, first of all, we would like to invite all the dignitaries on the stage. So with huge round of applause, please welcome Director K.J. Somaiya, School of Engineering, and Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Suresh Ukrande. Welcome, sir, on the stage. Executive Director, Union Bank, Shri Nitesh Ranjan. We welcome him on the stage. Please put your hands together to welcome our MD and CEO, Union Bank, Miss A. Mani Mekhlai. Welcome, ma'am. And now we welcome Professor IIT and Chairman of the jury, Chairman of the Power Jury, Shri Shyam Sundar. Welcome, sir. Welcome on the stage. So a very warm welcome to all the respected dignitaries on the stage. And I would request Dr. Suresh Ukrande to please do the formal welcome to all the dignified respective dignitaries with the symbol of warmth, with the symbol of growth. I will also invite Ms. Ashwani from K.J. Somaiya College of Engineering along with to do the honors. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Now I would request Dr. Suresh Shukrande to please give him the address and share his thoughts and experiences of this program. Sir, please.
Good afternoon to all of you. Rather, good evening to all of you. At the outset, let me welcome all the authorities of Union Bank of India on behalf of management of Somaiya Vidyavihar University and faculty, staff and students of KJ Somaiya School of Engineering. Let me brief about the Somaiya Vidyavihar University and KJ Somaiya School of Engineering. Somaiya Vidyavihar University, this has started first school in 1942, before independence, and started this campus at Vidyavihar in 1959. So it has a legacy of more than 8 decades, and we have now 2 campuses in Mumbai. That is, first one is this campus with at Vidyavihar, another one is at Sion campus, Ayurvihar campus, what we say. And there are campuses in rest of Maharashtra, in Ahilyanagar district and Palghar district, as well as we have campuses in Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. So in all, 39,000 students are taking education right from school, that is KG till PhD. And 3,000 faculty members are guiding them, supporting them. And the institutes what we have at this campus, rather I will say we have all engineering, management, medicine, physiotherapy, nursing, arts, science, commerce, dharma studies, design school and so many. What we don't have is architecture and law, and in due course of time we will see those institutes also in at this campus or Ayurvihar campus few years down the line. About this now hackathon. This Smart India Hackathon is initiative of Ministry of Education, and it is driven by AICT, All India Council for Technical Education, since 2017, and it has influenced more than 14 lakh students across engineering discipline, engineering courses across India, and other hackathons organized by elite organizations, industries. Equal amount of students are influenced by these hackathons. It's a great initiative of Government of India, wherein students from all colleges joins. And likewise, our institute also every year joins this Smart India Hackathon. Theme is we do conduct hackathon at our institute level, and then selected teams we send it for the finals. And every year, our institute won the prizes, first, second, third rank at national level. And this is a great initiative by Government of India, and now we are here witnessing the hackathon, which is supported by Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, and Union Bank of India, which as well as this Indian Association of Banks. So at the outset, let me thank and appreciate the authorities of Union Bank of India showing faith in us. And I'm sure whatever we have done, the job in last 1 month, we have tried our level best to host you, to host this hackathon up to the satisfaction of not only of Union Bank of India, but all the stakeholders and the participating teams. Overall, we have a response of 300 plus teams across the state of Maharashtra. We have given that territory. Would have been given the national level, would have been the multiple number, maybe 600, 900, 1,000 and so. Out of these 300 teams, 42 teams were selected for this finale. And out of that, 5 teams were all women teams. That was, that a requirement given by this Union Bank of India. It was a great initiative again in that. Otherwise, it's not there in this Smart India Hackathon. Now, on this occasion, what this benefit to the students is, they get to learn work in a team. They work on a problem statement given by the Union Bank of India, like the problem statements given by the various ministries for the Smart India Hackathon. Its problem statements were given by Union Bank of India. They learn and encourage, this is to encourage collaboration and teamwork, develop viable solutions to the problem statements given, and this helps to them to work in a team and learn out-of-box thinking. So this is the advantage for the students community, and you have seen the presentation by 10 teams here. And in short while, the announcement will be made for the winning teams. To us, whatever the 300 teams participated, or the teams which have made to the finals, 42 teams, participation is important. That's what's said by Dilip Asbe in the beginning, welcome note. So who is winning, who is losing, that is, yes, it matters, but participation is very important, and we appreciate each and every team who has participated in this hackathon. To make this event successful, the faculty members, HODs, deans, and student teams of KJ Somaiya School of Engineering have worked for more than a month or so, and with the guidance and support from authorities of Union Bank of India. So I thank each one of you, and the same time, I extend my best wishes to all the participating teams and to everyone sitting in this audience, in the auditorium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So now, may we invite our respected MD and CEO, ma'am, to please felicitate Dr. Suresh with the symbol of warmth and with the symbol of growth. Sir has given a very thoughtful insights over the significance of teamwork.
We are the host now, I mean, it's not to be a...
No, now we are felicitating you, sir, for your contributions so far and making this event a successful one. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Now we would like to invite our Executive Director, sir, Shri Nitesh Ranjan, sir, to please share his thoughts and insights on this special occasion.
Thank you. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. Respected, distinguished members on the dais and in the audience, students of the institute and various institutes from where the participation has come. It's indeed an honor for Union Bank of India to associate with the KJ Somaiya School of Engineering for this hackathon. This is the first of kind that Union Bank is doing with the colleges and the students. And also, as you can see the template here, it is the PSBs Hackathon, which means that it has been initiated by the Department of Financial Services, Government of India, and all the public sector banks are doing this turn by turn. It's again a privilege that Union Bank has been given the first opportunity to do this. And today we are successfully culminating that. We have also got the guidance of Indian Banks Association throughout this process. Mr. Srinivas Rao is available here, present here. And thank you so much for continuously giving the guidance to Union Bank of India team. More particularly, there was a choice for Union Bank of India to opt for a particular institute with which we have to do this hackathon. And after assessing many institutes, we zeroed on in KJ Somaiya School of Engineering, that because of the kind of name and the brand that you have amongst the students in the state and across the country. And over the last 2 months, I have been getting the feedback from my team, the way the various faculty members, students members have been supporting the Union Bank team in fully organizing this event where we are today. The idea of any hackathon is obviously to create an opportunity to bring the innovative solutions which the designers, developers, innovators can bring. And particularly when we talk about the fintech, it's more about creating a unique experience for the customers in the financial services industry. And when we talk of our country, it's very diverse in terms of customer profile and the kind of products that banks offer to various segments of the customers, from the mass level product to the very niche product that we need to offer. And the experience required at every segment is very different because of the comfort level, because of the education level they come from. And therefore, it's very important that we should not always look at the fintech journey or the particular loan journey, particular liability journey, but how to create the experience within the journey much better. For example, the basic requirement of an individual today is get a savings account in the bank. Now, savings account opening has multiple legs in terms of you break the journey. So I think the request from the students will be that how to create that multiple legs, multiple phases, more experienced based for the customers. That's how we are looking at. Today, the significance of PSBs Hackathon is also in the fact that public sector banks are leading in the adoption of technology, in offering seamless digital experience to the customers across the country. And you have been seeing that how public sector banks are continuously enhancing that kind of customer experience across the customer, from the rural masses to the urban niche segments. And also that when we talk about the Viksit Bharat 2047 dream, I think digital economy, digital banking is going to be a very, very important component of that. And therefore, continuous innovation through events like Hackathon is very important for our country. I'm glad as director of the institute said that over 300 entries we have received, and we were also not expecting these numbers. But thanks to the various colleges and students that they came forward with these kind of entries, and we have seen at least the 10 presentations today, and they were really very, very nice presentations, nicer ideas, and I'm sure that some of those will get implemented. And as I said in the beginning when Mr. Dilip Asbe from NPCI was there, that I think those students who are bringing good ideas, there are good takers like NPCI, you know, to directly give you job and kind of opportunities to showcase that. Also within Union Bank of India, while this can be the one-off event, I can tell you that any of the students, not only in this institute, but across the state and the country, if you have any idea, good idea to kind of enhance the customer experience, Union Bank of India will always welcome you, would like to learn what you are doing, and like to support you in developing that solution. With that, once again, thank you everyone for the participation.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words and your throughout guidance to the bank team for conducting this mega event successfully. Now, it's time to hear from our MD and CEO, ma'am, her words of wisdom and her thoughts and insights over this program. Ma'am, please.
Good evening, everyone. My esteemed guests, the jury members, faculty members of KJ Somaiya, participants, and most importantly, the bright young minds gathered here today. My sincere thanks to Dr. Suresh, Director, KJ Somaiya College of Engineering, for co-hosting this event. It's a privilege to join you all on this grand finale of the Idea Hackathon. Today marks a proud moment for Union Bank of India as we witness the culmination of this prestigious event under the PSBs Hackathon Series 2025 with a strong focus on generative AI, cybersecurity, and fintech, three transformative domains shaping the future of banking and technology. Now, many of the guests couldn't come today. We were expecting people from the DFS and from the IBA. So we thank them for all the support they've given us today. The first thing that what we saw today was the power of innovation. Innovation is a driving force behind progress. And in banking and financial services industry, technology is no longer just an enabler, it's a key differentiator. The rapid evolution of digital technologies in cybersecurity, AI, and financial technology is revolutionizing the banking landscape. The second most important thing that we have been looking, and for the past 1 month or so that we were looking at, is a spirit of innovation. The idea hackathon, as all of you understand what idea means, has fostered innovation and excellence in fintech and cybersecurity, showcasing the creative and analytic potential of the Gen Z students. As Dr. Suresh already told us, nearly 300 teams, over 30 colleges across Maharashtra, and the final 42 teams comprising 168 students, the enthusiasm and the display of talent is just remarkable. So we understand that innovation and the power of thinking and the freedom to think is what is important to all of us here today. Union Bank, all of us are aware, and let me tell all of you that we are committed to technological advancement. Today we also celebrate talent and diversity, as we had some all-women team and we had the other members also. As we look ahead, I encourage each of you to keep pushing the boundaries of innovation. Events like this are not just about competition, but about collaboration and ideation shaping the future of banking and finance. Before I conclude, I extend my sincere appreciation to Somaiya College of Engineering for their unwavering support, the organizing teams, mentors, jury members, and the guidance that they have given us, and of course, Professor, who's always been along with us. Let innovation lead the way. Thank you, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable insights, the freedom of thinking, the power of innovation, and collaboration rather than competition. Now, we would like to hear about some innovative thinkings, innovative insights from our very own Chairman Jury, present here, Professor R.K. Shyamsundar, sir. Please come and share your thoughts.
Good evening. Thank you. Distinguished members on the dais, off the dais, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is something, one should congratulate Union Bank of India. They are doing many firsts. One of them was first they set up a cybersecurity excellence center, which many public sector banks have not done it or they didn't do it. And now it is something which is very innovative, because this is something, if you see, even Sri Modi ji, when he addressed the people in the France, he also said, what is the challenge in the AI, collecting the data and all that kind of a thing are the other. So I must congratulate Union Bank of India in conducting this first hackathon, which is going to be in a series. They were the first to have been doing in association with the Indian Bank Association and also Department of Financial Services kind of a thing. So, but first let me give you little bit of statistics so that people will understand how the participation have come through, because it is participation that makes a lot of things for the persons who are working on that for days and days. So here, if you see, the total number of registrations was 663. And if you look at all women team registrations, it was 93. It's a fairly, you may say that that should increase. It will always increase, but there is always a first that should be there kind of a thing. Total submissions made was something like 294. And the total number of colleges was 26 across the Maharashtra state, including IIT Bombay member kind of a thing. So it is a very nice to see young people from different colleges combining together, coming with the innovative aspects or the other. And so this is something very innovative. And so this time we have also had a very nice keynote talk by one of our UPI persons, because that is one of the feathers in the cap when you go even inside or abroad kind of a thing, or the scalability will always ask. In fact, when I sat in a fireside chat in a Ripple Center in London, they asked me, how is it that the scalability of UPI has been attained to the level at which they have happened, and now it has crossed even the boundaries of India, like Ceylon, Nepal, and many other things, which I mean, even France, I guess also, I'm not very sure. But now let me come back. I'm also a little academic. So now in some sense we have appeared, because lots of students have showcased what the Union Bank of India requires kind of a thing are there. So now if you look at abstract from the aspect of what Mr. Asge was telling, and also the fireside chat where you had lots of entrepreneurs, it is nice to go back. Everyone will know in recent times what happened when the CEO of the NVIDIA, which is the famous one, he praised DeepSeek. It's a challenge that is from the China, in spite of the fact that he would lose something, but that's a different aspect which I will not discuss, kind of a thing or the other. So now if you look at that, what did he say? He said, in all these AI models for which the students have worked, you have a pre-training, the post-training, test timing, a scale kind of a thing. So these are the three scales at which you need lot of computing, lot of networking. India in some sense cannot challenge to build an LLM model, because the amount of computing and the power that is required is enormous kind of a thing. So that is what we should learn from this kind of a thing. If you look at it, inference requires significant numbers of computing, significant amount of computing, high performance networking, and we now have scaling laws called the pre-training, post-training, which continue, and the new is the test time scaling. So now if you look at it, this concept says that it is a fully trained AI model spends more time using extra computer power when making predictions or generating text or images to allow it to reason. It will provide better answers than it would have if it ran for less time. So now what does it capture in a very loose man's terms is, this is saying if you give a smart AI more time to think, it will give you better results. So this is what I think in the next avatar of this ISBs, I would expect people to concentrate on some aspects which would lead to a point of a real entrepreneurship. People should be coming to say, this is what we want kind of a thing becomes very important. And that's also the way India should nurture and go forward kind of a thing or the other. And that is what I think which is needed. And I expect in the next version, we will have something rather than give a total integrated thing, because computing and networking has to be scaled down to a requirement, like Union Bank of India in Mysore or Union Bank of India in Chennai may be different. Now I should adjust it so that I don't spend the same amount of computing and networking in the same place. In a rural village, I don't need it, but I need to do that. And so this will be a challenge, and I think some of them will be addressed. And with that, again, I thank both KG Somaya and also the Union Bank for having initiated, and I hope this will give rise to a digital economy improvement or an enhancement innovations in the coming years to come by. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom and to showcase us the global perspective over the innovative thinking, innovative developments. So with this, we have come to the most important segment of this show, that is the declaration of the winners and felicitation ceremony. But before we start this, I'm seeing that all students are standing at the back side. So you can all come here. All this hall belongs to you only. So you can come forward, you can have the cheers, you can wait for your turn, and let's keep the fingers crossed. So before presenting the final results, I would like to invite some other strengths, the pillar of our bank. So we would like to invite our Executive Director, Union Bank, Shri S. Ramasubramaniam sir, on the stage to do the honors. Along with Executive Director, Union Bank, Shri Sanjay Rudra sir, to please come on the stage. And to join with him, Shri Pankaj Dwivedi sir, our Executive Director. Yeah, of course, our CGM and CTO sir, Shri Anil Guriyal sir. So now the time has come for what we all are waiting since morning, and these students are waiting since 1 month. So there are 3 winners overall, and one just below the third one, that is 4th position, 2 special category prizes, and some representative category prizes also. So to start with, are we ready? Back-end champions, are we ready with the results? And front-end champions, are we ready with the results? Yes, please come forward. You can come forward. We want to hear some noise also. So to present the 4th position prize, the consolation prize, we would request our dignitaries to please open the envelope and declare the result. Yeah. Can we give a mic, please? So on 4th position, ma'am, please.
The consolation prize is DESC.
DESC. Congratulations, team. Scored the 4th position is team DESC for DJ Sangvi College with a cash prize money of 1 lakh. Congratulations to the team. Many congratulations. DJ Sangvi College champions are there at the 4th position, Team DESC. Actually, these results are so confidential that we also are not aware who is at which place and at which belongs to which team and college. So for the 3rd prize, we request ma'am to do the honors and declare the 3rd winner.
The 3rd prize goes to Debug Dynasty.
Oh! congratulations with a cash prize of 2 lakhs at the third slot. So many congratulations, team. Very well done. So the next team, runner-ups, second position. First में पूछते हैं. Any guesses? Teams are just waiting for their names to be declared. Yeah. All are praying.
The second prize goes to Init O.
Init O, yes, congratulations. Again, DJ Sangvi College, right? Yeah. Init O team from DJ Sangvi College. Second position. Very well done, team. Many congratulations. DJ Sangvi College, again DJ Sangvi College. Very well done. The cash prize of 3 lakhs. Entropy. So many congratulations once again. And now the first position. But hold on. You have to wait a little bit for that. Before that, there are 2 special category awards. We would like to invite, first is all women category. So as they say, that sometimes the king is a woman. So we would like to request ma'am to uncover the envelope and declare the results.
This is Control, Alt, and Elite.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations, team. I think it is a hat trick of DJ Sangvi College. Maximum entries was also from this college. Congratulations, yes sir. Congratulations team, congratulations. A cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. Congratulations once again to the team. And now our second category, that is PW category. And can we have the results, please? So hold your breath. Is it another DJ Sanvi or some other? Let's see.
This is a team swag.
Wow. Govind Singh Ji, Institute of Engineering and Technology. Yes. It is Shri Guru Govind Singh Ji, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nanded. Congratulations, team. Many congratulations. Congratulations, team. Congratulations once again for the wonderful performance and bagging this award. Now it's time to declare the final winner, the first prize, which will be followed by some special representation prizes as well. So what do you wish? First representation prizes or first prize? I think we cannot wait for longer. So let us declare our winner of this show. The first
This
prize.
is one result that I would ask Kuril to announce because he's put in a lot of efforts and it was his idea to have this idea.
The winner for first prize is Entropy.
So first position भी DJ सानवी ने बैक कर लिया है. Many congratulations to the college, to the students of DJ Sanvi. With a cash prize money of 5 lakhs to the winners. Many congratulations, team. So hold on, we have some special prizes also. So please wait, students. Okay. So to declare those special prizes, I would request my team to please provide the names to the dignitaries so that they can declare the results. Special prizes to 5 teams who have done significantly well in some of the areas under their domains.
This is a special prize by the jury, Shiledar.
Shiledar for business potential.
Shiledar is there. Code play. You have fishermen. Okay.
They are coming.
Fish eggs also. And colders. Can I repeat the name?
All teams, please come on the stage for a group photograph.
Code play. Yeah, fishermen. Fish eggs. And what is that? Last make colders.
Thank you all the teams. And code play, team code play. Please give these teams a big round of applause. Next team, fisherman. Or you can come, please come forward. Fish eggs. In the innovation category, they have bagged this prize. So any team left? I think all teams have come. Yeah, some holders. Yeah. Many congratulations, team. Very well done, all the teams. We have bagged the awards. We request the dignitaries to please stay a while for the group photographs. And for the group photographs, I would like to invite we would like to invite GM DIT Shri Vikas Kumar sir on stage. GM DIT Shri KM Reddy sir on stage. GM Digitization Shri Jian Das sir. And GM Digitization Shri Manoj Nanda sir to please come on the stage and grace this occasion. Yeah. We would request ACOA head Sri Siddharth Majumdar sir to please come on the stage, and MIS head Sri Harihar Pati to please join us for the group photograph. request our dignitaries to please